Hello. Hey, trying to get my clicker to click here. So, good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this bright, beautiful world of ours. Whew, man, it's a good day. The moon's in Taurus. I mean, she's happy. She loves Taurus. She's exalted when she's in Taurus. So she's feeling all good and ooey gooey and filled with so much goodness. It is a very, very good day. So welcome everybody and thank you for joining me. You know, um there is some craziness going on in the world around us. Of course, my blessings go out to the people in Chestermere, praying for the souls of the faithful that died in a fire out there. Oh my goodness, there was fire there. There's been a few deaths in Lillooet. I think there's been 3 or 4 deaths from the fire of Lillooet being burnt down, and now wildfires going up in around Kamloops and up to 100 Mile House and in around that area in BC. So we're starting a blaze there. So what other shenanigans is going on in the planets? Well, there's a hurricane coming into Florida. So Florida is starting to get hit by torrential rains. And so that's what's happening. Some weird things happening at Mount Shasta. It's spewing some good smoke up there. And a little bit of shaking here and there. Boy, there's some rumbling going on in the world today. And as we head into, I'm going to say it's a moderate day for, energetically. So it's a pretty good day. We're starting off this week with, that I think there's a little bit of a sextile going on with the moon, and the moon is sextiling over to lovely little, I think, Neptune, and the sun is sextiling over to Uranus. So that's bringing in some really some nice energies. It's not really cray where you're going to go nutty with things and stuff. I mean, with that moon early this morning sextiling over, it's just bringing in some, firm grounding and getting into your dreams. And I pulled out the Ace of Swords this morning. And the Ace of Swords is direction. So taking that direction on where you would like to go. And with that, you got that yumminess of Piscean energy in with the grounding of Taurus. So there's a little bit, I'm going to call it yumminess there, because it's, the two of them are, what are you dreaming about? Like the moon's coming in. What are you dreaming about? What are you having? What's going on in your world? Are you starting any new projects? And they're having a little conversation, and the moon's like, yeah, this feels really good. But Eris, Eris is going to want to put her 2 cents in there. So there's always one person in a crowd that really wants to jab it to you or get you going because you're having a good day, right? Well, that's Eris. So Eris is coming in and she just wants to she wants to put a little 2 cents into things. And it's like, you know what? This is what you do. You just say, you know what? Thank you very much. And yes, I did hear about that. And thank you so much for sharing. Don't get sucked into Eris today, because Eris, she just hasn't been able to stir the pot for a little bit. So she is just wanting to stir the pot and get things going. So we just sort of back away from her, just smile and wave, acknowledge. Don't ever ignore Eris, because you know what happens, the Trojan War. When you ignore her, don't invite her, she gets a little bit nasty and she will continue to go, did you know about this? And what did you? So it's almost that she has this energy within this energy within that, she wants to be acknowledged. Like, acknowledge me. That's usually Capricorn. Not all the time, Candace, not all the time. But this is that and she's in Aries. So we have that little bit. And then we have the sun. The sun is in Cancer. It's in water. It's at an opening sextile. An opening sextile. And it happens once a year. So this is beautiful opening sextile. And it's encouraging expansion and growth throughout our lives. So this opening sextile, which is getting us to really, let's open up, let's grow, let's launch something new. So again, we have that moon with Neptune about dreams. What are you wanting to plan? Then we have the energies with Uranus and the sun saying, okay, what do you want to plan and where do you want to put it? Like, how do you want to start doing this? Let's pull out the plans. Let's pull out the crayons and let's pull out the drafting paper and let's really start looking at things and launch dates. When do we want to launch things? When do you want to do things? So we have the launching of energy that's coming in and what we want to work towards. So this is like really a nice day. I mean, it's nice. I mean, where we are here in Calgary, thank God we are not sweating in places that don't need to sweat. Like just saying. I mean, when we had that heat wave, we were sweating in places that did not need to sweat. So for those who are still under a heat wave, my heart goes out to you. Get some cold packs, put them in those places that don't need to sweat and have them cool down. Just saying, because you just might need some cool down of energies. Okay. Because I mean, BC is still underneath, of course. Well, BC's always, hot. And especially when it comes to the summertime. So we have really dryness. And I remember as a child, that there's a smell when it gets really hot in the forest. There's that foresty smell. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but you get this, it's the pine needles and it's sort of with that heat and it's sort of, you get that piney, smell and they're hot, and I love it. I love that smell. It's almost like a wood, going past a sawmill, but this is like when you're in, like it's hot weather and you're in the mountains and you get that smell. It is just, it's hot, it's intense, but it smells so good, that sort of piney smell. And then, the resin smell. Yes, that's what it is. It probably heats it up. Now that I'm thinking about it, now that you said that, Lacey, I'm just like, duh, it probably just heats it up, right? There need to have a sprinkler system in the forest. Yes, they do. Well, we'll get the squirrels on it. Can you imagine? I got an image of these squirrels trying to put a sprinkler system up, going from top to tree, and then just totally mucking it up. If you get the magpies trying to do it, you're gonna be squawking and arguing all day. So. And the bears are just going to be like, oh my God, I just can't believe we put these guys in charge. I could get a whole scenario going on in my head about the woods. But I mean, the energy with this going on, and then we have Venus in Leo. And it's forming a productive flow with the nodes. So we have this energy that's really coming in that's being very productive for us today. So I would take advantage of it. So if there are things that you have been wanting to say tweak, or maybe you haven't taken your art supplies out for a while, great day to take art supplies out and start to, maybe create something. Maybe there's something that you've been wanting, like maybe a book. It's a great day to read a book. Great day to, check up on some stuff and, look into ideas. This is I feel like it's a nice flowy day. So it's a really, taking advantage of this energy, because when we can take advantage of the energies that, the heavens are giving us, It allows us as a week builds up, because by the time the weekend comes in, it's hell breaks loose. But this is coming where we are able to take, like, flowing aspects with the nodes and paying attention to who you meet and collaborate and who you want to collaborate with. There's strong financial partnerships that come in with Venus and the nodes. So if there's anywhere that you are wanting to create maybe looking for investors, investments, if you're in that kind of area, this is a really great day to look at investment groups on bringing in financial, say, backing, if you need that financial backing and stuff. I always need financial backing, by the way. my Venus is in at the end of 29 degrees of Scorpio, so she's always needing something. So we have also Venus is also in Leo, and she's trining Juno and Sagittarius. So that has to do about commitments. And this is also bringing in Juno. Juno is married to Zeus, so she's married to Jupiter, and so she is the queen of the heavens. And she knows. There's a naughty side to Jupiter because he's Zeus. I mean, Zeus is not exactly the most faithful one in the heavens, that's for sure. He's got a little bit of a naughty side to him. But here's, Venus is like knocking on Juno's door and saying, "Hey, girl, want to go out?" So maybe this is a day to go have a lunch date with a couple mates and go out and have a nice lunch date and discuss some of your dreams, discuss some of the plans that you are wanting to make. So this is like a really, go out. Hey, does Earl have margarita today? Is it Margarita Monday? So maybe today, this is Margarita Monday, and Venus likes to think we're millionaires when we're being fully not. I know. And she's knocking on Juno's door. So here, if you got a girlfriend that comes knocking on your door, it's like bringing in creative ideas and partnerships and collaborations, right? So this is, I got like almost like coming over and saying, "Hey, let's crack open a bottle of something." I'm going to put the kettle on because right now I am actually what am I doing right now? For me personally, I am just going through a time of transformation of not drinking. So, and I think from that punch in the heart really got me to really start, okay, let's just look into more healthier ways of living. But I would not, I would say if someone, came over and knocked on my door and said, "Hey, let's collaborate and let's get some stuff together." And I brought my blender of margaritas, I probably would not say no. Just an FYI. But anyways, on that note, this is really looking into strong financials. So this is if you are looking at anything to do with financials today, or of borrowing money, or looking into refinancing. So this is a really good day to look at refinancing and putting things together in that order, right? So we have some really, the moon will go void, of course, which is kind of a cool thing because oh my goodness, some idiots here again. Delete comment. And I should have blocked user. I'll block him. So sorry, we got some guy going around and making fuck. Where are you? There you go. I'm going to delete you and block you, hopefully. So yeah, so we got some idiot going on Facebook right now, some African fucked up asshole going around asking for readings and stuff like that. One thing that's just rude. You just don't go and you solicit, but So I delete it. So if you see it, just delete that comment. Or if you see it, yeah, delete it. I'm pushing myself into a healthy lifestyle again. Yeah. I mean, it is, the energies are there to do it. The energies are really lifting us into a direction of change and lifting us into a direction of bringing in, some real nice collaborations and creativeness, and it's getting us to really come into where, with Venus going into um a quadzi what is it called? I can never remember the name. Plus, my English is not really my forte. So she's making aspects over to Pluto, the god of the underworld. So she's inviting transformation. So she's coming in because Pluto is the god of transformation. He is the phoenix. So we have this energy today to really solidify some positive energy in a forward motion. This is really to get us to solidify, to look at and to focus on, especially with the Venus and Pluto, is a focus on healthcare, is a vote on self-care and dealing with stress. So this energy is really opening us into some real positive vibrations. And it's up to us to begin to harness this. It's up to us to get up on that horse and begin to ride it, or get on the bike and start pedaling. This is up to us to start fortifying this energy into creating what we are solely desiring within our life, and putting action into it. So there's an action forward mode, because Leo's fire, right? So we have this fire action that really wants to get going. And Leo is not exactly a sort of sit by the sidelines kind of energy. It wants to get involved. It wants, it wants to be, here I am, look at me. I want to be a part of this. This is what I'm doing. So it really wants to elaborate on all of this beautiful energy. It really wants to go forward on some beautiful energetic energies. This morning we started our meditation, and blessings to all of those who joined me this morning, and thank you for showing up. That was totally awesome that you came and you showed up this morning. And those who are watching the replay, blessings to you, and thank you for watching the replay. Doing and showing up is number one, like just showing up. So if you are making a commitment to something or whatever you are wanting to begin, showing up is number one. Doing it in small bite-sized pieces, something that you can handle. It's like, even with my yoga that I do, and I do yoga basically Monday through Friday in the morning too. So with that, it's like I can only do bite-sized. Like she wanted to do flying crow last week. There's no fucking way I'm doing a flying crow. There's no way that I'm coming up and having the support of this bottom end on my hands going up and doing a fly. And it's just not going to happen. But I will modify my moves and still get the benefit, right? And that's the thing. It's like, if you want to start something, you may, a lot of times when you start something, you want to start it and we get an idea. We go, I want to go way up there. I want to be at the top of the mountain. Well, okay, you want to be at the top of the mountain, but you got to start with the steps. You got to start going step by step by step, right? Who are you watching for yoga? It's a 30-day weight loss one. And it's on YouTube. And who is she? I'll pull it up. Want me to remember names? Like, oh my goodness. It's by Psychic Truth. I'll just pull it up, show you on my. That's the one. With Julia Marie is her name. There's different ones on Psychic Truth. I like her because she's nice. And she does modifications. She's nice. I like nice. I don't like harsh. I've done some yoga with some men, and sometimes they're not as nice. They just expect you to do it, and this is very much in movement. And there's little bonus tips at the end to help to give you to strategize with the energies that you're doing and you're working with. So that is a very positive piece for me, and I like it because and they're about, and she does about 20 minutes. Yeah, they're about 20 to 30 minutes, which is good. Right now, this is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to work on this. And this is where it's like, I will repeat some of them too. Like I will repeat a few of the videos 2 days in a row just to get that flow going, or just to get what it is that I need. And that's what I mean. It's like showing up, doing it in bite size. Sometimes I have to stop it. Like, honestly, I have to stop the video. Even it might be, 20 minutes, but I have to stop it. And I'm just like, oh, fuck. let me breathe. But I go back, and it's also building up your spiritual muscle. And that's the thing, and I learned that by, like, I'm a Tony Robbins fan, and watching Tony, and he calls it your spiritual muscle. As he says, does he want to go into cold, immersion every single day? No, he doesn't. But he knows what the benefits are. He understands what the benefits are. What is that payoff at the end? Like, people can sit, and I can sit here and complain and like, oh, whoa, yes, I'm a roly-poly, tubby-wubby little girl. I could wallow in that very easily. But it's up to me to show up and make the changes. I can wallow in it and say, oh, my business is so slow and things are, but what am I going to do to make the change? What am I going to do to make the change? Cold water like gets the endorphins and everything going, but I'm not there to get the cold water, to do a 2-minute cold water. And even when it was hot out, it was hard, like, to go into the cold water. This is the energies that are coming in. This is the energies of saying, okay, let's start to create the steps. And honestly, sometimes, to get up at 5 a.m, to get ready and get set up to do the meditations. Do I want to get up at 5 a.m? No, but it's that incentive that I'm meeting with some real beautiful, awesome people, and they are invigorating, and they help me as much as I help them to get through those meditations. This is the beauty of making the changes, right? And allowing for you to step into the changes and transformations you want to make in your life. It doesn't happen by sitting and bitching about something. I can sit and bitch about things for hours, man. I'm really good at bitching about stuff. I can bitch about, oh my God, my life feels so crappy. Why does shit always happen to me? But yes, yeah, Tessa, you can. You can. I'll send out the replay to you today. And it's $25. Okay. And that's for the whole month. Just an FYI for people. It's not $25 a session. It's $25 for the whole month. But that's the whole thing. Even with my tapping into your power with the blue flame, it's showing up to do it. Like, you have something burning inside of you you really want to do, and you might be terrified to do it. It's showing up to do it, whether it's the meditations, thank you very much, Tessa, whether it's the meditations, whether it's going for a walk, whether it's pulling out your art supplies, whether it's making the phone call to, or sending the email out for that job that you've been looking at, or it's taking those actions. It's taking those actions. And even when people have, and I know people who have, of depression, or they have bipolar, or many, like I the weirdest thing in the last 2-3 years, how many of my clients have had severe concussions, like crazy concussions, and that have transformed their life in a totally new direction, and through those concussions that they've had. So, but the one thing that I noticed with each of them, they showed up. Some days were fucking hard to show up, or just to wake up and open their eyes, because their brain is firing in a whole new direction. But that's the beauty of what's coming forth for us. That is that's that essence. That's that tapping into your power. And that's one of the reasons for doing the course I'm doing, is like tapping into your power so that you are able to flow into the energies, where you were able to move within the energies and start tapping into your intuition, start tapping into that blue flame that you have. And I love that right now we are, you know what? Yeah. Today's a beautiful day. I mean, the energies are moderate. They're great. We're really flowing in. A lot of things in the outside world are kind of crazy. I mean, craziness is coming, like, this is how crazy it is. A hurricane is coming to Florida. What is the first thing that they're telling people to do? Make sure you book your COVID vaccination. Get vaccinated before the hurricane hits. What the hell does a vaccination have to do? Is that going to stop the hurricane? Is that going to protect you from your house being blown away? I'm sorry. Like, priorities. This is where this energy is coming in, is getting the priorities straight for you. And there's just it's just so many things, so many craziness that's coming in now. They're opening up the border a little bit for fully vaccinated people, but you still have to get a COVID test. Like, what the fuck? That just blows my mind. If I'm vaccinated, why do I still need a test? I need a test before I enter, and I need a test when I get back. But I'm fully vaccinated. That makes no sense. Anyways. That makes no sense in my head. You know what makes more sense in my head? The squirrels putting up a sprinkler system in the forest. That makes more sense in my head than the vaccinations. And that's a far stretch right there. It just does. I could just see it. I could just see those little squirrels up there doing and putting the sprinkler system in, and the bear is pumping the water to get it going. So anyways, I want you all to have a fabulous, fabulous day. Honor the energies today, because they are a very beautiful forward energy. Beware of Eris, of poking and trying to be hurtful to you today. So if someone is trying to be hurtful or be a dumbass, just say, thank you, dumbass, for the information. And I already know that, but I'm moving in this direction. So have a blessed day, dumbass. And I'm going to have a joyous one. So vaccines doesn't stop you from getting it. I know. So it just doesn't make sense. The squirrels make more sense, Candace. The squirrels make more sense. So everyone, have a blessed day. Tessa, I will get that email out to you ASAP. And anybody who's interested in joining me for tapping into your blue flame, yes, there is payment plans. It's $222. It's for 6 weeks. This is going to be the first time I'm teaching this, and coming into this with it's how it's going to be done. So anyways, have a great day. Have a blessed day. Thank you, Kathy. Anybody who's out there in the hot heat, put cold packs where it's not supposed to sweat, and take lots of cold showers. And have a good one. And may the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you in all that you say and all that you do and all that you be. And I'm going to say a blessing out to all of those who've passed away in the fire, those who have passed away tragically down in Florida, and just pray for the souls of the faithful departed in the mercy of God. Rest in peace. Amen to you all. Blessings to you all who've passed away over this weekend and over the last week. Blessings. Have a great, beautiful day, everyone. Bye-bye.